What this update is doing is it's making you, the user, have to work harder to get to where you're wanting to go. But again, if we unselect this, all of these items go away. Like, that is very overwhelming to me. Like, where is curve? Can I not curve text no longer? Where did it go? Y'all, oh my gosh. I'm not a huge fan of feeling like I don't have the ability to see every tool at my fingertips, and I would love for you guys. Y'all, this is not good. People are going to be furious over this latest Cricut update, and I understand them. I just spent the last half hour diving in, looking at this update, and even as a world-renowned Cricut user, I'm confused. I am like, oh my gosh, where did all my stuff go? I'm panicking. I'm like, where did the tools go? This is crazy. But in today's video, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to share with you exactly how to not be frustrated, how to find the tools that you're looking for, and how you can use Cricut successfully today, the next time you log in. If you're ready, let's go. Okay, y'all, we're inside Cricut's new update, and here's the thing. Where did everything go? Y'all, seriously, where did it all go? Let me share with you. Let's just go ahead and bring in a basic shape for this example. Let me bring in a square. It comes in here. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Where did all our tools go? Undo, redo, basic cut. This is all you have now at this top toolbar, and it's leaving people panicking and freaking out because where is our tools? Where's offset? Where's all the things? Okay, let's add a text box. Let's do, maker. Let's just type out maker. And as you see here, there's like none of our typical tools here where we are so used to having every single tool at our fingertips. It is leaving people so frustrated, and it's leaving people confused and furious because they think it's them, but in actuality, Cricut is updating. Now, does this new update look clean and sleek and like modern software technology? Sure. But what it doesn't do is take care of people that are Cricut wizards. And I want you to understand they've made a big update, a big shift, and it all boils down to this new feature that they've added called More Tools. And the way you access it is this little icon right here, which is a pencil. Now, first things out of the gate, when you click on this, you can see More Tools. Now, I'm working on a very large monitor. When I was testing and playing around with this, I was looking on about a 15-inch monitor. And when you open More Tools up, guess what? It takes up a majority of your canvas because you can't go through and simplify the layers panel. You can't close that. So this More Tools area, yes, it is giving us some new icons to understand some effects. It's giving us our alignment tools, our layout. But ultimately, y'all, what I think it's doing is it's actually making it really confusing for people working on smaller devices. And that's what I'm fearful of for this update. So before, if we don't have this open and you use the text box and you want to add an offset, you would typically just come up here to this very thin toolbar and be like, oh, I want an offset. Click, and I have an offset. What this update is doing is it's making you, the user, have to work harder to get to where you're wanting to go. And in my opinion, that is the opposite of what we should be striving for. That is the opposite of what we should be looking for. This update to me looks like they're trying to simplify too much. I think they have forgotten about who their ideal customer is. Y'all, we are makers, we are creatives, we are innovators. We are people who want to make things, and we're not just topping things out and cutting it. We are designing. That is what we do in design space. And that is what it is meant to do. So if you want to add an offset now, you are having to select this, and you are having to come up here and click More Tools, taking up more space on your canvas. I'm not a huge fan of that. You are then having to come down here and be like, where the heck is offset? And you finally see it. Now, I will say I do respect that for people that may not know what offset is and what it was before, that there's now an image of it. So you can click on it and it pops up now. But think about how much more work that was. So then you can click apply, and now you can still change your colors up here and, make it gray. So that is nice, like having that. But notice that more tools is now still up here. And because we have no layer selected, it's not giving us the full array of tools. So one thing I don't love about this is it makes my brain feel very confused and very lost. I don't know if you relate with me on that, but just looking at this and like not having any tools up at the top bar and now no tools at the sidebar when I've expanded my tools, it's left me feeling like, oh, there's nothing I can do. So I don't want you all to experience this either, because right now the feeling I have is like, oh, there's nothing I can do. But that's just so not true. We know there's so much we could do with Design Space. So if we select all of these, okay, we now kind of have a few more tools up our sleeve. They've combined. They've put combine in two areas, which is interesting. They've added all of the combine buttons in the more tools area. But remember, if you've been around many years, it's always been down in the right-hand corner. So like this is it's like not confusing, but just like interesting to me. Once you have multiple things selected, a line appears. But again, if we unselect this, all of these items go away. Like that is very overwhelming to me. Like they all went away. And I'm like, oh, I can't do anything. But then I select them all and then they come back. So it's like, okay, now I could do a line. Now I can see my arrange, and like now I can do sticker. Now I can do warp, like all of this. So if we click a line, and let's just click align center, it brings it all together. And you can see that. You can also see rotate. One thing that I am interested about is where the heck did my curve feature go? Like where is curve? Can I not curve text no longer? Where did it go? Y'all, oh my gosh. We have a wrap, but where did curve go? Okay, this is super, super strange to me. But I know I added an offset. So maybe that's why they took away my curve text. Like if I wanted to curve this right here, but I still can edit it like regular. But look, I don't have curved text here, which is weird. But if I go through and click a new text box and type Merry Christmas, we've got to pick a better font, but now I have curve. But is it saying I only have curve at the beginning? Like this is so weird that like I don't have curve on anything else. So maybe because I used offset, I'm not sure. But like this is something that again should be available. But when I click here, boom, it goes away. For some reason for this text box, I'm assuming because I did an offset. That's my assumption. But again, very, 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 very weird. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of feeling like I don't have the ability to see every tool at my fingertips. And I would love for you guys to chime in the comments. Like, do you like this? I suspect friends with smaller screen size will just have far less. I believe this new more tools area on our laptops that we were testing on, it took away about 5 inches of canvas because the more tools area on smaller screens take up more space. I'm using like almost a 30-inch monitor, so you can't really tell on this monitor. But you'll have to chime in the comments and let me know what you think, because again, it's just really weird to me when I click off of everything. It's like, where's my more tools? So if we go over to uploads, we can see some of the fun Makers Gonna Learn files. And y'all, we'll be covering all of this inside our Makers Gonna Learn membership. So if you are a member, don't worry, we'll be updating all of our curriculum for all of these crazy updates. But it is just so interesting what they're doing. So again, what used to be able to, see a lot of and all the different things, now I can still select my layers and like change the colors if I want. Thank goodness. I can, come over here to color sync and see those. And if I click more tools, let's just see what happens. I could add an offset to all of this if I needed, which is nice. Beautiful. Had to be a really big offset. Okay. But yeah, very, very interesting. Can turn this into a really fun sticker. And then if we click on this offset here, click contour, hide all contour. Did y'all know that little hack that cleans that up? But yeah, so this is such an interesting update. It makes me feel so lost without all of my tools. And if you're feeling that way too, I want you to know it doesn't have to feel that way. You just have to know now that you have to have your layers selected. And personally, as a crafter, as someone who adores Cricut and adores everything that we do, I am not a huge fan of this update. I will just be frank with you. I'm not the biggest fan of this update. I really wish that we could see more of what's going on. We could see more tools that would be available, because sometimes just being able to see those tools at our fingertips allows us to work better and get our mind and our ideas moving. I think my biggest feedback for this update is it feels actually very overwhelming to me that we can't see anything. We can't see what's coming up. And like, we're ready to Christmas craft like never before. I hope if you're watching this video, you have a ticket to Christmas Craft Week, because we are going to be crafting like never before the first week of November. Get your free ticket right down below. I'm so excited for that. But I had to film this video to let you know that I see you, I hear you, I understand your pain. We are going through it too. And we're going to add new curriculum, new training for all of these crazy features that Cricut keeps throwing at us. My team and I were sitting in the craft room. We're like, as soon as we get our like feet, comfortable in one update, it seems like new things are thrown our way. So I would love to hear from you. I'd love to chat with you in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're struggling with, what other questions you want me to make quick trainings on, because I know you guys have to craft. It is like our Super Bowl. It is the holiday season. We're going to craft like never before, and I want to be there serving you every single day. So come back tomorrow. We'll have another amazing Christmas craft video ready for you. And until then, happy crafting. Meet you in the comment section. Take care. Bye, guys.